Look at this, y'all. Look how still these trees are. This is Sunday morning and not a bit of breeze blowing. You would think that. It's going to be my day off, or hopefully, from the garden. And this is the perfect day you could get out here and work, because the wind's not going to blow everything out of your hands and blow everything across the yard. But look how, and listen to the birds. Oh my goodness. Crows. But I wanted to take you out here and show you what I got accomplished. Listen to those crows, would you? I don't know if I had told y'all, but I planted marigold seeds in those pots whenever they come up. I hope we have a pretty good rains pretty soon. But you can see I've got the raised beds filled. This was the one I worked on yesterday, the big one. I've got tons of cardboard down in there. I've got wood bark. I've got, I can't see what I'm showing you. There, I've got cardboard, wood bark in the bottom, leaves, twigs, all that kind of stuff. And then I put in some more leaves, and then I put in a bunch of compost from my compost pile. And then I added native soil. And then I added a little bit of potting mix to the very top, just that I'm going to drop my seeds in. But like I said, I haven't planted anything in that yet. This little one, I've got sweet banana peppers planted at this end. I've got popcorn planted in little rows. And then I've got Yoko popcorn is what it's called. And then I've got Guatemalan blue winter squash planted at the opposite end down there. But look at this. I've got a sweet potato. I mean, not a sweet potato, just a regular potato coming up there. And I planted purple bell pepper. But you know, it takes a while for bell pepper seed to germinate and come up. And I put a jalapeno here. Of course, it's not germinated and come up yet. And I've got parsnips. I've got a few parsnips that's coming up. Not many. It does take them a while to germinate. And then I've got my cucumbers coming up here. My marigolds, cucumbers. I've got a holy basil at this end. And what was it I planted at the other end? Little buddy, I'm going to step on you. I got a pablino pepper, hot pepper right there. And that's just to help keep the ants away from everything. And there's my turnips. I'm going to have to thin those out pretty soon. And I've got all my beets coming up too. I guess you can see them. I've got my zucchini. Zucchini in this one. Yellow squash in this one that's come up. And a little buddy in the middle. And then I got zucchini here. And I've got lavender planted here. It's not come up yet. Well, I see a sprig right there. I don't know if that's the lavender or not. It's just starting to come up. And I see a couple more tiny ones right there. So maybe that's what's coming up. But I noticed I had watermelon and stuff that's come up. Look at there, I got a pumpkin pie plant popped out of the ground. My watermelon's just popping up. I got a Charleston gray right there. Just popped up. The black diamond and the jalapeno and the little green watermelon hasn't come up yet. And the ultra cool hybrid watermelon has not come up yet. But it's just a matter of time. It'll take a little bit of time. Ain't that right, little buddy? I can't tell what I'm showing you because the sun is glaring on the screen. There he is. Yeah, I hope I showed you what I was trying to show you, because the sun is so bright out there this morning. I couldn't see what was on the screen that I was showing you. And look at all that. I've got to get these sunflowers out of these pots, because I got onions in there. And my butterfly peas are coming up. This is the first year I've planted them. My banana tree's coming up too. Look at there. Right there. It's my banana tree. A little sprout if we don't get another freeze and have it killed again. And I'm not sure what this is. I left it because I wasn't sure it wasn't my holy basil coming up, but I'm not sure what that is. I may end up having to pull it out. But I'll leave it for right now because I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to take a picture of it and put it on my plant identifier and see if they can tell me what it is. But there's my tomatoes. I got a red bell pepper planted there. Bush tomato, early girl right there with onions. My collards are looking good. All of the stuff that I've worked with so far is looking pretty good. More onions. I've got peppermint there. That's some that I dug up out of that other pot that come up as a volunteer. But I've got these buckets, I mean the little pots planted, but I don't have the actual tote planted yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there. And I got a tomato there, but it's not looking too good. It's not getting enough water, I guess. I'll have to put some more compost tea to it later. And there's sunflowers I pulled up from a few other places and put them in that pot to keep them alive until I can transplant them. And there's a tomato plant. I think I got a jalapeno. Jalapeno planted in a little pot. I like to spread my hot peppers around through the garden because it keeps the ants and stuff away from a lot of your other plants. Ain't that right, little buddy? Huh? Can't even tell if the camera's still running. But yeah, I got my okra there. And I haven't watered most of it in yet. I was hoping it was going to rain. But you know, I had a really nice sunflower here last year and it dropped tons of seeds. And everywhere you had a sunflower last year, you have dozens and dozens of plants come up this year. But that's basically it. I just wanted to give you an update on what I had done yesterday. I guess I'm going to have to run some more, at least 2 more tie downs on the top and stake them down like I did for the greenhouse. Because that wind for the last couple of days has been up. And probably if I put another one about here across and another one over there across, that might be enough. My lima beans haven't sprouted yet. I'm not sure how long it takes them to sprout. But my peas are looking good. They're coming up. And I think that's corn right there. Because you remember I planted corn in each pot to help the peas. But I also got sunflowers coming up. So I'm going to have to get them out. So that's basically it. And I wanted to ask tips from anybody that's grown raspberries or blackberries. This is a raspberry bush growing up the arbor. It's put out blooms every year since I've had it. It grows like crazy, but I have yet to have any raspberries on it. And I was reading up on it, and it said raspberries like full sun. And it's basically in the shade back here, so I'm thinking that might have one thing to do with why it doesn't produce berries, is because it's getting too much shade. It's not getting enough sun. So I've been thinking about moving it out from there and putting it out here somewhere. I don't know where it gets full sun. But I haven't decided or haven't come up with a spot to put it yet. I'm not sure about it. But if any of y'all have any tips on what to do if your raspberry bush is not producing berries, because I've had this one out here for, 2-3 years, I think. And like I said, it grows beautiful. It just has never had raspberries on it. I put fertilizer to it, compost tea, everything I know to put to it. It just doesn't produce berries. What you think, little buddy? You gonna give everybody a kiss, huh? You gonna give everybody a kiss? Huh? Oh. And I pulled one of my domes out of the shed that I used last year. And what this does, it keeps the bugs off of your lettuce. Because it's mesh, the tool that I use. I got a fly in there for some reason. I don't know why the fly got in there. Fly doesn't want lettuce. And I've been trying to keep my other lettuce covered a little too, to keep the bugs from eating it. Well, that's pretty much it. This side of the garden still looks a little sad. But, I don't have all the pots. Oh, well, this is what I wanted to show you. I almost forgot. I was having a problem with bugs and things getting into my cabbage sprouts. So I decided to dome them. They're in their own little greenhouse. I can get that up without disturbing it. See there? That'll keep not only the snails from getting on them, but other insects that would normally eat the cabbage plants. And you can do that with any plant that you just put seeds out. Just put your seeds out, know where your seeds are. Put your dome right on top of where the seeds were planted. And it'll help keep them moist. You see how much moisture's inside that bottle? It helps keep the dirt moist while the seeds germinate and come up. So, because all my cabbage was coming up, but something was eating it. So I put these domes on it to see if that won't save it. Yeah, I've got to wait till my pepper plants sprout, because I'm going to put pepper plants along these cinder blocks, I think. And I'm saving some of these pots for all the little plants that I've I'm starting from seed, because I'm going to have somewhere to transplant them too as soon as they're big enough to transplant. And I think I will put some geraniums in these cinder blocks. Not every one, but maybe every 3 or 4 cinder block through there, I'll plant some geraniums. I've never had geraniums before because I couldn't get them to live, but hopefully this year I will. So that's the update on my garden, y'all. Little Buddy says, thank you for going on the tour with us in the update. And we'll catch you on the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Bye now.